Hello and welcome everyone to another TerraMaster tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to show you how to copy from another brand to a TerraMaster NAS. In this case we have a true NAS scale. However, it does not matter what kind of NAS that you have. It can be Synology, QNAP, Asus Store or any other off-brand. The next thing that you're going to need is a TerraMaster NAS. In this case, we have the F2-424 from the previous video. This is where we're going to copy the files to. The only requirement on the other NAS is that you have SMB enabled. That is the only requirement. Next, go into and log into your TerraMaster NAS. We need to make two folders. So we're going to go to the control panel. We're going to go to shared folders. We're going to make two folders. Number one, we're going to make true NAS. This is the folder name from where the data is going to come from. This is the source. The next folder that we're going to make is the destination. This is where we're going to put our files. This is the backup test. This is our destination. After we have done this, we're going to go to the file manager. We're going to click on mount and we're going to click SMB folder. Note that this brings you to the remote folder in the control panel. You can reach this same menu by clicking control panel and remote folder. It will bring you to the same location. Next, we're going to click on mount. Next, we're going to select a mounting path. In this case, we're going to type the IP number from the true NAS. If you have a Synology or QNAP or anything else, you type the IP for that. Next, we need to have the folder that we need from the other NAS that we want to copy. This should be the share folder, right? In this case, on the true NAS, we have beta 2. That is the folder that we have. Next, we're going to have the username that owns the folder. In this case, it is true NAS SMB that owns the folder. Next, we're going to need a password. And then we need the destination. Now remember, this is from the other step, so this is going to be the destination. So the destination is going to be true NAS and from true NAS. This is where it's going to be. After that, we're going to click on apply. This will now create a remote SMB folder. It's not going to be enabled, so we need to click it and click enable. You have now enabled the share to be active. Next, we're going to go to File Manager. Note that we now have a remote folder here and we have volume 1. Now, you do not need to click here and here to get to here, because you can also click on volume 1, true NAS, from true NAS, and here it is. It is better to use this one than to use this one. I will show you soon why. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do two ways of copying. First, manual copying, and then we're going to use the backup solutions. So the first one that we're going to do is we're going to click on this file, we're going to click on copy, and we're going to put it in the empty backup test that we made. This is the destination. So we're going to paste, and as you can see, it has now copied the file, and the file is now on the TerraMaster NAS. That is how easy it is. Very simple. However, imagine that you have a lot of files and a lot of folders, and you want to do them. Then doing this might be a long and tedious process. Then we have another way. So first we're going to empty this one here to make sure that it's empty. So we're going to delete it. Now the backup test is empty. We're going to click on all applications and we're going to click on TFM backup. TFM backup is a very simple way to back up a shared folder. And in this case, we have one. So we're going to click on TFM backup. We're going to click on add task or create task. Next, we're going to give it a name, from true NAS. Next, we're going to give it what type it is. Should we have mirror or incremental? In this case, I want to have an incremental mode. I just want to copy once. Next, we're going to have the source. So where is the files from? And if you remember what I said before, in the TrueNAS and from TrueNAS, this is where we want to have the files from. Next, we have a destination, and we need to have it to the backup test because that's where we want to have the files. After that, we can click on next, and you can select backup now or schedules or something like this, but we just want to copy once. We're going to click next. Do you want to have a file filter in case you have different files, pictures, movies, and so on? In this case, I do not, so I just want to click next. Please verify that the things that you want to do is correct, so we want to copy from the source to the destination. And yes, we want to do that. We have now created the task. It is enabled. All we need to do is click on Start. As you can see, it now says that it has copied the files, and everything that was on the TrueNAS is now on the TerraMaster NAS. And if you had multiple folders, it would have been multiple folders. So in this case, if we now go to File Manager, Volume 1, Backup Test, you will see that we have from TrueNAS. And you can see that we have the file and the folders. This is how you can copy from another brand to your TerraMaster NAS. Very simple and very easy. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you very much for watching.